Hello, how's everyone doing? Hello V, hello U53, how you guys doing? Are you time? Are you... what the fuck? Are you ready? It is time. That's what I wanted to say. Are you time? Are you ready for the high school episode? We've been waiting for it. That's a lie. I didn't know there is a fucking high school episode in this game. I mean, the beach episode was something, but the high school episode now... No, yeah, that was unexpected. Yes, I'm quite ready. Good. Are you time as well? Man, I have to be honest with you, by the way. I just took a look at one of the, middle Utis's attacks. God damn that high kick. Look at that kick. God damn that kick, man. God damn. God damn. Tune in exam arc. Yep. Yep. Well, she's not really Chuni. I would say that she's a little bit, she is a Tsundere, not Chuni. Come on now. Chuni is a little bit of a different kind of, trope. I feel genuinely so sad that I cannot actually enjoy Middle Utis. I have to lock in on Canto 9, but I just can't seem to have the time. Chuni distance. Man, you came here charged, ready to troll, Labris. Welcome. By the way, Labris, I'm filthy. I'm filthy, man. I'm filthy. Don't look at me. I'm planning to download Withering Waves. Well, the man, the Edge Runners collab actually is live, and I'm thinking to myself, fuck. I saw a couple of clips from from Twitter. I'm like, fuck. I shouldn't feel bad, but fuck. Use Canto 9. I will. What was that name of that one Naruto exam arc? I have no idea. I never watched Naruto. You can actually use her no more. The risk of her doing the spoiler move is low. Yes, but highly likely I'll probably do it by accident. Not worth it. Really? You sure, Labris? Just never lose classes at less than 20% HP. Oh, wow, with Limbus right there, how could you? I know. That's why I said I'm filthy. I was playing Cyberpunk today. Dude, I haven't actually played Cyberpunk. I was planning to get the PS5 to actually play Cyberpunk, and man, what a bizarre thing. To think that I actually was planning to pre-order Cyberpunk when it was coming out for the PS4, and then all the fuck-up happened, and I cancelled. And to this day, to this day, 6 years later, I still have not played Cyberpunk. What a bizarre thing. Weird how plans sometimes don't really go as planned, huh? I stopped playing WoW because it runs like an absolute ass on my PC for some reason. Well, I haven't seen it in my PC, so who knows. Which is weird because Genshin, Arknights, and all my other games are run fine. I see. I was thinking of streaming Wuwa until I get to the chapter with the cyberpunk characters, but I'm not sure. I'm still very early on in the game, so maybe I should play at my leisure a little bit and then start streaming. I'm not sure. I probably should just play at my leisure in order to actually get through the game as fast as possible and not get caught up in, well, running my mouth unstoppably. You started yet? Start what? Hello, Hunter. Welcome to the stream. You're talking about Withering Waves or Limbus? Crazy how it takes big companies 5 years to make their games look like they were actually finished. I mean, times have changed. I was just talking with a friend this morning, and I was saying, man, Persona 3 came out in 2006. Persona 4 came out in 2008. Persona 5 came out in 2015. And the announcement, not even the release, the announcement of Persona 6 in 2026. Game development has indeed changed. I'm not sure why it's so difficult for companies to actually make good games anymore. Is it because of the, I don't know, perhaps the demand of actually making something AAA that actually makes the game take a long ass time? Who knows? Even when I lower my quality to the bare minimal, it runs at 20 FPS. Perhaps they had some problem with the they have a problem with the, well, optimization dispatch, and sometimes it takes like 2 or 3 DLCs for it to. The DLCs are bullshit. Let me tell you something. This is something that you guys don't know because obviously I'm not streaming it. I did bought the original Resident Evil 4 after I watched. Crap! How could I possibly forget his name? I really like his videos too. Give me a sec. His name is Crowdcat. And 1 month ago, he made a video yet again about how the Resident Evil remake, the Resident Evil 4 remake, compared to the original, is soulless. And guess what? That actually gave me the appetite to play the original Resident Evil 4. And I bought it because it was on Steam, on sale. And yeah, it shows. It shows. One game has atmosphere, one game has aura, and the other has nice graphics indeed and nice gameplay. But god damn, it feels like it's nothing more than just, how would you express it in a manner that doesn't sound like you're shitting on it too badly? It feels like it's not authentic, you know what I mean? That's why it feels a little bit soulless. One game is the original vision and the other is just, well, the remake. So I really hope I do not feel like that with Persona 4 Revival. Limbus updated their engine recently to a newer version of Unity, so the system requirements went up a little. The interval also, hello. I know a few reasons why. It was ever since the 3.x version that the quality dropped from 120 FPS. Oh, I see. There's a lot of reasons, some of which are more controversial than others. Time to train Xi-Chun. We really have to do that, huh? Soulless, yeah. They forgot little details that made the original good and changed censored other things. Yeah. I only came to find out very recently too that in the VR version of Resident Evil 4, they actually censored everything that has to do with, well, sexualization on women and such. And I'm like, bruh, I'm playing a fucking horror game. Like, some explicit stuff should stay that way as they were. Not for the sake of sexualization on itself, but for the sake of, well, actually feeling like you're playing an adult game. You know what I mean? They became woke. I know, everything becomes woke nowadays. And not only that, the Dead Rising was also like that. Like the remake of Dead Rising actually piss. They literally ruined an entire character because of removing all the sexualization. I remember specifically, I haven't even played the original Dead Rising. I have played only Dead Rising. I have only played a little bit of Dead Rising 2. Don't really got too far into it, unfortunately, but I was having fun for what 10 hours I was playing on it. In the original Dead Rising, there is this character who is also a photographer like your character. And he is, well, sickeningly perverted. Like, he acts all buddy to you, but in reality you come to realize that the guy is just a fucking, you know, he's just a fucking weirdo. He has a few screws loose and you're like, god damn, you yourself as a man feel weirded out. And that was the goal of it, because it was an apocalyptic world, and this guy actually took the chance of, well, photograph explicit photos, you know what I mean? And they remove all that from the remake, making the character something that doesn't even make sense anymore. His whole premise was to be perverted, because he was meant to be fucked up. He was made to make you feel uncomfortable. Because, well, surprise, surprise, there are people like that in our world, unfortunately. And do you think these people will actually, well, disappear in an apocalyptic scenario? Fuck no. Fuck no. If not, they're gonna multiply. So I'm like, that's how it this is how it ends up making something that was supposed to be nothing more than just an upgrade. That's why you call it a remake. Is in reality it becomes something of a retelling. It becomes something of a revision, and it's not actually what you wanted, because it doesn't have the soul anymore in it. It's unfortunate. No more originality, they just chum out the same stuff, hoping it was the same success as the first. I guess it is a quick cash grab to them. I feel like the censorship of such things is just a way to degrade the quality of the game, yeah. Besides, those old lines were funny. Yes, they were very, like, they put a light-hearted tone in a very, very, well, dark world. With very dark atmosphere. Like, the first time I played Resident Evil 4, which was shit. It was almost 10 years ago now. Jesus Christ. It was on summer too. I remember playing it on PS2. It was like, in the first time I played, it wasn't really there. I didn't realize it, but now that I play it again, I come to realize that whenever I feel tension, whenever I feel, well, anxious because of, well, the horror aspects of the game, Leon's light-hearted tone actually makes you feel soothed a little bit. And it's very charming. It's very charming. That's why it's memorable, even though it's cheesy. It's making a game gamey, you know? And that's something that people have forgotten in this day and age. That's the main reason why the Metal Gear series actually, you know, became so famous too. Because despite the fact that they were like tactical military espionage shooters or whatever, they were memorable because they were gamey. And the game even acknowledged, the characters in the universe themselves actually acknowledged that it's gamey. This kind of charm is not really easy to be found anymore. People killing each other left and right, that's alright. Now sexualization, on the other hand, suddenly that's past the line. Yep. Not to mention that I actually played, Resident Evil 4, starting it out again just a few days, as I said. There is this line from Leon in the very first chapter where basically this woman villager is actually literally impaled on the fucking wall with a fucking gardening tool, literally on the head. And literally Leon actually turns and he's like, I guess there is no discrimination of gender. And I'm like, fuck. Why do I get the feeling that this line actually doesn't exist in the remake? He didn't say that. Maybe I phrased it wrong, but he said something among the likes of, violence, doesn't matter depending on whether you are, whether you're a man or a woman. It's the same. He wants to get the best picture, yet he goes as far as to kidnap and try to infect some civilians with the queen parasites to take pictures of the moment someone turned. Also, you know Labris, you have played the, Dead Rising. He was pretty much an incarnation of Lust in a sense. Yeah, you feel it. You feel it. Like, I have seen the scenes from the game and I'm like, fuck, this guy's perverted. Lustful to the max. People don't want life lessons or controversy in their stuff anymore. Then what's the point? Like, if I am to play a game that is all lighthearted and censored, I can go fucking play Animal Crossing. I'm not gonna play fucking Resident Evil. The game's name literally is Resident Evil. The evil resident. How the fuck do you how the fuck are you supposed to explain that? Pervy characters have always been interesting tropes. Yes. I mean, this kind of fucked up kind of characters that make you feel sick, they do fit in horror scenarios and such. I mean, you cannot really exclude them because Lust is part of part of us first and foremost. Everyone can be evil, but at the same time, whenever you think of evil, that is also an aspect of it. No, even villains can be controversial anymore. Like what? They are evil, of course. They act that part. Yep. When the MGS allowed to literally do karaoke with the 4 female bosses with skin-tight outfits on them. Remember, it's a spy game. Hey, I literally have not actually seen that. If that scene exists, goddamn. Big cultivation coming. Hello, Waglord. Sorry, I'm taking a little bit of time to, discuss games with the people in the chat. I've played Dead Rising 1, 2, and the remake too, but not 3 or 4 because I didn't have the right console. Yeah, I think 3 was an Xbox exclusive. I have seen a lot of Dead Rising 3 though. I don't know why. I loved watching Let's Plays of it when it came out. That's the only game which I actually have seen the most, but I haven't even touched. I would get the original version of Dead Rising while you still can. It may get delisted on Steam. Wait a minute, are you for real? Have there been any hints or anything like that it might actually get delisted? Man, no. No, fuck. Okay, next time it's on sale, please remind me to buy it. Originally, Resident was actually called Biohazard. I know, in Japan it's still called Biohazard, actually. Danganronpa mention. Oh, Dead Rising, not Danganronpa. Yeah, it's the Dead Rising, not Danganronpa. Indeed. That is also a bullshit thing. Why not let both fucking versions exist? Exist. Like, why do they have to specifically have, a definitive version? I have heard so many people also talk about how they don't want to see the old version of the game because what's the point? There is the better remake version. Motherfucker! Fuck off! I just love playing in retro graphics for all I give a shit. Do you really have to delist it and, make it disappear from existence? Also, I DM'd you something real quick, Collider. Okay, I'll check. Resident Evil and its spin-off, Landlord Good. Yeah. It sure as hell feel like Landlord good. Original version of Devil May Cry 4 did get delisted eventually, yeah. Wait, for real? Wait a minute. Isn't the definitive version, though, still, like, something that is not really a remake, but just something with the, it's more like with the DLCs and such. Same thing happened to Yakuza 3. Shit. Yeah, I think you told me something about Yakuza 3. And I have been told multiple times that Yakuza 3 is not actually good. The remake, I mean. Definitive Edition, Collector's Edition, Ultimate Super Ultra, this time for real lasted one edition. I mean, if they want to actually have multiple editions, who gives a shit? But do let us keep the original as well. Like, I don't care about the auditions. I just care about having the original available to me. Original Yakuza 3 delisted. The new one sucks ass and is on store instead of Yakuza 3 OG version. Shit. And they also have a sale on the Yakuza series right now too, and I was thinking about getting a, Yakuza on as well, but if Utis is so good, why haven't they made Utis too? Because the original Utis is enough. Oh, by the way, thank you for reminding me, man. I had to actually change the picture. I'm gonna have to, yeah. We're gonna have to, wait, where is it? I thought this would choose the sinner, but no. I need to flex that I have the Utis. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes. It's a graphical update with more characters. Okay. So I guess it's not that bad. You cannot play the original Devil May Cry, but the so-called not better version, the definitive edition is not really taking away, it's actually giving more. So that's something that is passable. Yakuza 3 remake is ass. Is really Yakuza 3 the original like inaccessible everywhere? Like you cannot find it anywhere anymore in order to play on PC. Slight graphical update. Don't forget your DMs, Collider. I will not. Give me a sec. Good news is, if you bought it before it was delisted, it stays on your Steam library for good and can be re-downloaded at any time. Well, I only recently actually started focusing on my PC and my Steam library because I came to realize that I will not be able to actually buy a PS5. So now I have come to the point where I wish I was here a little earlier. I don't have Yakuza 3, and I so badly wanted to play the entire franchise because I played Kiwami, Yakuza Kiwami the first, and damn, it was actually so fun. Actually, I haven't even finished Kiwami. I'm close to the end. I didn't really complete that game. I also have this suit. It's accessible also, but you either pay $100 for the entire franchise or GOG. $100 for the entire franchise is not half bad if you ask me. I mean, you're gonna be buying how many games? Like 7 maybe? 7 or 8 games? I was about to say 6, but I'm like, no, fuck that. I'm gonna start with 7 instead. Anyway, let's check, what Labry sent me on Discord real quick, and then we can move on. The only issue with Yakuza trying to 100% it is literal murder on you. I mean, I do like competition though, and Yakuza Kiwami really took me quite some time, and I have reached like... I'm pretty sure I have reached like 79%? 82%? I cannot remember how close I was. I just haven't finished the game just yet. Wait. It has music? Give me a sec. It's on YouTube Shorts too. What the heck?
Now, I've heard women cannot resist a good tune. Yeah, no more cries. I'll play a happy song. Watch. Oh. When you play the song on the iPod.
Bro. Bruh.
It worked. Now,
Wow. Well, you see, that is actually, you know, a good example of what makes a game gamey. Also, if you are able to get a game key from a game keys reseller, not practical, you can get delisted games that way. That sounds like a good option. Maybe I will look into it. Is it Yakuza 3 the only one that actually got delisted and it's actually far better to get the original? Fuck, Mahjong, never do Mahjong in Yakuza 100% completion is shit, made me go crazy. No. When I say 100%, I don't necessarily mean the board games and the side, you know, and the side little games. I generally mean like unlock all the powers, find all the collectibles, like things like you actually do with fucking Kiryu, you know what I mean? Like, not actually just, oh, you know what, I have to 100% the little mini cars game or whatever that was. It's why Metal Gear Solid 4 is the best. It's the only game in the franchise which actually was like exclusive to PS3, and it is genuinely so sad that I have bought this game twice and I still haven't touched it. Damn. It's the only one in the main in the main installments, and there is also Metal Gear Solid 2, which I haven't played. I have played Metal Gear Solid 3 and finished it. I have played Peace Walker and finished it. Metal Gear Solid 4 is the only one which got away. Metal Gear Solid 2, I'm pretty sure I can play from the collections. I still have it. Be careful, the fewer keys there are for a game out in the wild, the more expensive it is to buy one. True, that's why I have to actually, you know, find a good offer. Anyway, I have been blabbering on for a long while, and I really hope that we're gonna make some good progress on the intervalo. So let's go. 30 days of classes. Zulu and Saudi appear to have aged several years overnight. Wow, that's quite the way to start the story. Well, for today, I mean. Their face is sunken and shallow. Finally, after referencing the idiocracies and various statistical data available to us regarding each sinner, we managed to come up with an appropriate curriculum. Girl, you look like someone didn't let you sleep all night. I'm gonna leave it at that. Miss Ilu. Apologies. Sleep deprivation has relieved me of clear mind. She actually hasn't slept. Yep, if I remember correctly, they are remaking it with a full remakes in the future. The full remakes? You mean Metal Gear Solid 4? This interval is really funny. What I love about Steam is that every game will be Steam is that every game will be at least 50% off in a few months. Yeah, that is actually something really nice. The path of an educator is truly a grueling one. Marching to battle would be much easier. Still, thanks to Mr. Jiachu's methodology you shared, we did manage to find a way to make this quite efficient. Efficient? To be a true family hierarch, there are dozens, hundreds of virtues one must understand and master. However, to do so in 30 days, as promised, is an impossible effort. Thus, we have categorized the countless virtues into 3 super categories. They are called... Oh my god, it truly is the Omamusume chapter. What are these supposed to be? Ji, Yong, and Ren. Ji, wisdom. The wise lose neither people nor words. The wise lose neither people nor words. You're not living in my reality. That's why you say that. To hold one's silence in need of speech shall cost them people. To speak in need of silence shall cost them words. A reasonable sequence of logic. Young, courage, the ability to overcome fear, to act decisively, have too much of it and risk becoming a brute. Have too little and risk becoming a craven. It needs harmony and balance. Haha. So how far are we allowed to go with corporal punishment again? I recall no instance of any discussion regarding corporal punishment. And Ren, humanity, in the benevolence of the heart, the compass of behavior that dictates respect towards every human. Clearly, most of the faculties of this school are severely lacking in all three of your criteria. Just how do you think they will be able to teach the students anything? Yeah, like a certain someone who needs a lesson in Ren. Hey! V! Give Ishmael a timeout! Are you sure I'm in good hands? Just what the heck am I supposed to learn here? Where's Wei? A logo of a woman that looks like she didn't have a proper night of sleep in months. Bro, what? Instead, Konami released a remastered version of Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots as part of the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 2, which launched on August 2026. Which launched on August 2026? Man, are you from the future? This release marks the first time the 2008 PS3 exclusive has been officially playable on modern consoles and PC. Maybe do you mean August 2025? Or is it something that is meant to... Is it something that is meant to, well, release soon? Actually inspired more by Princess Maker. Oh, I see. Mr. Wei and Miss Jig Wong are currently quite preoccupied with handling the monumental task of paperwork. Alright, Mr. Wei wanted me to deliver this message to you. Be strong, my lady. Wei! Despite her protestations. Protestations? Protestations, I see. The 30 days of classes commenced. Hey, that was a small cutscene. Nice. No, you cannot do this to me. No, this is too good. Am I even playing Limbus right now? Bruh. Am I get to... I am to train my very own hierarch. My very own tsundere. Yes! Yeah! Jesus Christ. It's coming out later this year. Bro left the parting word like he's dying tonight. Yep. Yep. Should I tell Collider about the max stats thing? I don't want to spoil it, but it requires a specific training regiment. I see. So that was the good and bad ending you guys were talking about. I see. Okay. I have played some of these games before. I'm pretty sure I do get the gist of it. Hopefully I'll understand more. Okay, there's no combo. Okay, the goal in this game mode is to raise the main stats, Ji, Yong, and Ren as high as possible over the course of 30 days. Each class requires raising different... Each class is specialized in raising different stats, and some classes might even raise or lower the students' morale values. Huh. Aside from days with fixed classes, you can choose up to 3 classes per day. The variety of selectable classes grows as the days go by. Classes can either end in success or failure. A successful class will greatly increase the... Man, I remember that shit. In Mamushime, literally, I lost to a 9% of chance. I wish Luz was here. She would actually confirm this. Because she witnessed it with her own eyes. I lost to a 9% of chance. 5 times in a row. A 9% of chance of failure, and I lost to it 5 times in a row. Okay, but a failed class will greatly reduce the amount of stat gained. Higher morale results in higher chance to have a successful class. Okay, don't worry. You are in horrible hands. You are not gonna come out this class any more educated than you are right now. Actually, you might even get some brain damage, girl. So sorry. Class combos are class combinations that give certain bonus effects when those classes are taken the same day. Once you discover a combo, you can preview its activation in the schedule menu. View all discovered combos and discovered combos in the combo list stage. Okay. Actually, they're geniuses. Once you've selected all your classes, select begin class. Okay. Classes progress automatically during class. You can view the students changing chat values in real time. Okay. What the fuck was this Black Faust? I never thought I would get to see her with black hair anytime soon. Taking class gives XP. Once a class XP has been maxed out, the class will be upgraded to the next level. Taking higher level classes will yield more stat increases. Please note the classes cannot be upgraded beyond master. Okay, I see. Raising Ji, Young, and Ren stats beyond a specific level or upgrading a class to a certain level will enhance the student's combat prowess. These enhancements are applied separately to GXC, Chun, and Sinclair. Why do I have to actually train Sinclair too? You can always redo the training later too, so even if you don't get it, you can redo the training again. Okay, that's nice to hear. But I do hope I'll get it in the first try. Select the magnifier icon here to view GXC Chun's detailed stats. GXC Chun solo battles. On certain dates, combat encounters may occur in place of classes. GXC Chun will be participating in these encounters on her own. In all honesty, I have played this type of game, I think 3 times, maybe 4. Once it was in Honkai Star Rail, which I was actually training much. Obviously in Uma Musume, which I was training my horses, my Umas. There was this one game which was called Volcano Princess. I never finished that game. Really interesting. That was long before I started, you know, being all about the gacha space. Can't remember another. I think there was one more though. Okay, skill slots are gained automatically. Press the cone-shaped button to begin the combat phase. Only by winning the combat encounter can you progress to the next day or the next class. Bruh. I can't. Okay. Okay, let me think real quick. It's literally the same in everything, so I think it's a mandatory class. Okay, I see. So there is nothing for me to do. I can just... These are all mandatory classes. I cannot really do anything at all. I just have to begin class right off the bat. Yeah. Don't show this message again. Yeah. My name is Yisang. That is all. The class I have prepared for the day. Aha, I've heard plenty about your mirror tech. Which makes me wonder, going by the level of advancement in that technology, couldn't you have approached it from a different angle? Plot reasons, all you need to know about Sinclair. Okay. Volcano Princess, familiar. Yeah. I don't think the true ending requirement is a spoiler, but I won't say it. Just even out her stats and you'll be fine, Collider. Fair. You know how technological advancement usually goes. People invent for the sake of creation, only to have their inventions inevitably warped into weapons of destruction. Yeah, just do your best and you can retry later. The interval isn't going anywhere. Indeed, you show much promise already. As you surmise now, the mirror has in the past almost been employed to shatter possibilities instead of reflecting them. I'm sure that's the angle most others wanted to see happen. Removal of potential risks sounds much more palatable than potential itself to some people after all. Yep, true. That's how the world works. Correct again, yet distraction was a word that bore too much suffering from my heart. My sole egress from it was abandonment of my quantum fellows and my life's work, making myself a fugitive from the past. How did you bring yourself to just abandon it all? I conversed. With who? With myself, that lies within me. Yeah, that's true. As you are aware, the mirror's reflection extends beyond the veils of our own reality. It reflects the potentialities, the latent strength, and the world. Yet even amongst them, the reflection of the greatest importance is that of the self. Let not the innumerable words of the mirror enchant your gaze. First, one must direct their studies inward and reflect upon oneself. I had a very precious time learning to converse with my inner self. Sichun has grown, Sinclair has grown. Good. Now, if you are prepared, do explain what you see in the mirror. You needn't haste. For some reason, Sichun appeared to hesitate before the mirror. Hey, you know, it's been a while since I looked into the mirror for so long. My lady, do you recall Sun Jen of the Shi family who contacted you for a meeting? Yeah, the guy who said he was gonna show me a precious flower that blooms only at night. I remember that we were vehemently against me going out there, so I stayed inside. I wondered what kind of flower it was. Don't tell me you were actually looking forward to meeting him, my lady. Oh, of course not. You were wise to stay inside. It was revealed that you weren't the only person who was invited, my lady. That vile man had hired a group of assassins to ambush the meeting spot and would have been waiting there to spring the trap had you gone. But apparently he was outplayed and had his limbs and head torn off as punishment. What a relief, isn't it? What a relief. He got decapitated in 3 different ways. I guess. I'm glad I didn't go away. You were right. If only you still had the Wu branch under your control. Stop it. We agreed to move on from that, remember? We don't have to talk about it. I was brushing my hair and looking in the mirror as we were talking, but I realized that I no longer recognized the girl in the mirror. I don't know why, but I found it so hard to meet her eyes. This track will forever haunt us now. Every kind of interval of Sinclair becomes more and more the actual MC. What is wrong with this district? It's China, for starters. But I brushed it off because I had to. An experience like that was going to be a common occurrence anyway, and the family hierarchy war was always looming on the horizon. Perhaps what you felt then may have been shame. But it is paramount to face oneself nonetheless. Nay, especially so if it was. And Sinclair, what do you see? I see. Well, I just see myself smiling. I don't see what's so out of the ordinary. But it seemed like Sinclair couldn't really bring himself to face the mirror. Hey, after what we just discussed, I think I understand something now. Now that I've had some quiet time looking at my reflection, I think I uncovered a part of myself I've had hidden away for a long time. I learned how to be more true to myself by looking into the mirror. Yippee! Victory! Man, the stats are actually going a little bit slow. Class, metaphysical approach to ego and the reflected world leveled up to expert. Yes! Jackson's last resist. Oh, nice. I get to choose a class. I think I want to go full on with wait. Oh, it goes up a morale. This is a mandatory class, right? It's gonna be maxed out. There we go. We need to play by not having like use classes that increase morale if we are not maxed. if we are maxed, use classes that aren't increasing morale. How about that? These are mandatory classes, so we go with that. Yeah. How about you, Birdie? We good? I love how he literally has come out of his shell, literally, like come out of his egg, and now he has a chick in his picture instead of an egg. Character development, baby. He's gonna become a full-grown rooster by the end of everything. It is true that a station of teaching is prone to imbue on one with a sense of bashfulness. I have a feeling Sinclair sees something he doesn't like in the mirror, probably his N-Corp self or something worse. You think? Sinclair sees you and both sat with a bit of apprehension as well, which is understandable given what Saudi told them sometime before the lesson started. Some time ago. Utis, who'd been glaring daggers at Don Quixote for a good while. Why, Utis? Finally decided to voice her doubts to Saudi. So what is Don Quixote, that woman, supposed to teach? Hey, why are you throwing shade at her? You know very damn well that she's not really stupid now. I mean, I would have agreed if she wasn't, a bloodfiend, but now things are a little bit different. Have you not considered that her usual flippancy might only cause more trouble than it's worth? You worry too much, Utis. While she may not look it, Don Quixote is extremely well versed in those adventure tales. And why would any of that matter? Have you yourself considered that fixers often appear when history is in the making? Let us see here. Don Quixote took a second to savor the moment as though she has been preparing her whole life for it. Then continued. Amongst the greatest fixers whose honored names were engraved in history. Verily, let us commence this lesson with the tale of the fixer Vtuber. This tale beginneth in the year sometime later. Are you done? Just how can she continue to talk at such length? She's been going for ages. Yeah, I hated history class myself, actually, not gonna lie. This interval is big. By the way, what is today's stream length, Collider? As usual, about 2 hours. I have the morning shift tomorrow too, so I do not really want to exceed that time frame. Thus cometh time to test thy dedication to this class and the knowledge that should naturally come with it. A pop quiz if thou wilt. Oh, Christ. When she even find the time to prepare this? I can assure thee, it is a quiz of entirely reasonable difficulty if thou had paid attention in class. Worry thee not. Does this pop quiz have prizes? Haha, but of course, I came prepared for such inquiries. For its correct answer, I shall bestow upon thee from the very treasure chest of mine. Please tell me it's one of your badges. Well, from your treasure chest. These precious fixer badges. Yes! Man, I would have actually been so happy. Damn, Don Quixote is peak teacher. Forsooth, I did not let a single day go by in which I did not polish each and every one of them on 3 separate occasions at the very least. God damn. Now that is a goal for a student to have. To be honest, the entire city is like this. It just manifests differently depending on the district. The city is all about suffering and pain. Doesn't matter if you are in the backstreets or nests. 200 years of knowledge. Useful knowledge, maybe not. I don't know, I don't really need them. Hold thine applause. For there is a bonus reward for the victor who by the end of this match carries more badges. Thou shalt attain the role of a protagonist in this theatrical play of my making. Fixer Chronicles UFA. It is an opportunity of a lifetime. Please tell me he's gonna be the fucking protag. I'm still not really. It's not doing anything for either of us. It's not doing anything. It's still a pretty useless reward, but if you're turning this into a competition, I won't lose. Seriously? What, scared you lose? Is history your weakness or something? I'll have you know that I was the teacher's pet. in every single history class I took. Man, the fact that he says it, you know, chest puffed all proudly. And I'll have you know that I was, no matter the subject, showered with praise from every master I've ever had. Okay, if that's how you want to play it, I'll have you know that I was a protege in other classes too. I did great in art classes, pretty good in math too. I was just being humble because I didn't want to steal your thunder, Xichun. Oh, then let me tell you that I was trained in the mastery of at least 10 different disciples every single day. And on one of those days, you know what one of my masters told me? He said, looks like me and Miss Jiaxi Chun finally getting a feel for how friendships close in age are forged in school. That's good. No matter how excellent her masters were, there are some experiences you just can't learn from teachers. I tick-tocked in response. This is actually funny. I didn't realize that Dante could do this. He can literally... If he really doesn't want to answer a real answer, and he just wants to, well... he just wants to get along with someone, he can just literally tick-tock. And he will just tick-tock, and it will sound as if he spoke. This year 505, and with what is the historical community's consensus on the most illustrious battle that Fixer UFA is said to have partaken in? Allow me to impart to thee a major clue. If thou hadst paid attention as I discoursed upon the 5 pillages in which the Fixer UFA was mentioned, this should not be a difficult question to answer. The honorable fixer of the Carulian heaven, who attained the triumph in the Battle of Rhino Tree in the year 465, hath said what was the worst ordeal she had to face in her career. I've got it. It's when she had to forge onward, despite watching her dear comrades fall one by one as they held the line of duty. What the fuck? One by one as they held the line to buy her time. Damn it, I was too slow. Fie, young Chichun, thou art incorrect. Honorable fixer of the Carulian heaven is recorded to have testified that the worst ordeal in her career was when she was forced to stand before her enemies with hair that was not luscious, as the supply line breakage caused her regular delivery of nutritional supplements to cease. Man, that is very Limbus City bullshit. What thou had suggested, young Shichun, was her 17th most difficult ordeal. Ah, she's speaking like she was actually there. For all we know, she was. That impression is quite understandable, but I am trained in the ways of vividly regaling these tales. But most of these are tales I have learned from books. Much did I anticipate an opportunity to regale these tales to such an audience, enough to study the ways of minstrels. There was a clear look of pride in her twinkling eyes. She actually strikes poses too. She's also joining the Neo Featherman squad. First it was Honker Stariel, now it's Limbus. Oh man. There might be some insight one can learn from Don Quixote's tales though. Situational, however. You can just pretend to answer. Ricardo's ancestor. Most of the tales, so she did experience some firsthand. Maybe. Time certainly flies when hearing the tales of exciting adventures. Okay. Yippee. What was the secret technique Honorable Fixer Lysander employed in his resolution of the case of the fire forest? Speak its name in full. I've got it. It's summer night fantasia. Fantasia, actually, it's a Greek word, but anyway. Yet I cannot let pass such an motivated retelling of his super ultimate move. Hardly could one internalize the true, noble spirit of fixers by simply reciting it with such apathy. Thou must recreate the exact pose and the enunciation. Are you kidding me? Come on, you can do this, Jiaxi-chun. You can do this. This is nothing. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Illusions of the midsummer night shall devour the whole. Quixote is literally crying. God damn. Now that right there is fabulousness at its at its at its best. Wow. Just wow. What the fuck is this drawing over here? I'm curious about this drawing. Well, whatever. Summer Night Fantasy. That enunciation was quite shaky upon the word illusions, yet thou hast demonstrated sufficient courage, thus I bestow upon thee this badge. I grow tired of this nonsense. Just how much longer are you planning to drag this on? Thus muttered the hero, they declared. I shall tear this evil storm asunder and find a place for this blade at the center of thy heart. Dante lights, left side. Oh, gotcha! Don Quixote, who was watching Sinclair and GXC Tune's two-person play, silently wept white hairy tears away. Bravo. Bravo. Man, what a happy face. Certain minor details were missed, such as the Yufei, the fixer, was left-handed, and that he had a habit of playing with a lighter in his left pocket before every duel. Yet it was a wonderful reenactment indeed. I have no other critique to impart upon thee. When faced with great adversity in thine adventures, rekindle the memory of the UFA, the fixer's final duel. Remember it well. Thus cometh to an end the lessons of today. It was just for a moment, but I think I'm starting to get it. She learns how to LARP. God damn. God damn. We get some Xichun fast service. Xichun thigh. Bruh. I didn't really knew that dress actually can open up so much. To me, it seemed like it was lower. Or perhaps I think that she's actually way too short. I get why she's so obsessed with fixers. Clutched tightly in Xichun's hands were the badges Don Quixote had gifted to her. Time suddenly flies. Yeah. Let's LARP just this once. Yeah. The execution gained 68 max HP. Alright, what do we have here? Understanding of city engineering and its practices. Unfortunately, none of these classes actually increase Young, but you know, Faust actually increases G, so we're gonna do that. What? No, come on. Can I select, please? Select a class for this time slot. I would gladly do more of these if you can. Do I really have to do that? Fuck that. No. Bruh. Ah! Whatever. Okay, let me think. -6, -8 equals... I do not want to waste the morale, you know what I mean? We're already 8 minus, so that would be... Yeah, that would be not nearly enough. We're gonna do these 2 of these. Huh? No, oh, I see. I can only choose 1 class at a time. Well, that's bullcrap. You can add more Fausts later. Why does it not allow me to do more already? I can only choose as many classes as are available, as far as I understand it. Is that it? That's bullcrap. The Ismail ID shows Thai in her up there as well. I cannot remember that. LARPing, yeah, you can add more Faust. I read that already. Okay, okay, well, let's just go as is. That's okay. There's a component part taken from the structure that forms H-Corp. I forgot how much of a mechanic she is. She may have the Giesel shaft, but at the same time, she may be a walking Wikipedia overall, but what I'm trying to say is she does get her hands dirty, and I keep forgetting that she does that. This may be proved to be an opportunity to conduct an in-depth analysis on the nature of the former H-Corp singularity, which has been enduring for such a long time. You look kind of upbeat today, Miss Faust. Indeed, an opportunity to study the old H-Corp singularity is not one that comes often. As there was potential for integration into Mephistopheles, I made a request to disassemble a part of the bus's engine, but was denied. A shame. Aww. Aren't you the one who built Mephistopheles, though, Miss Faust? Mephistopheles is indeed Faust's work, but not all of it was mine. It is possible that Faust may never reveal every small detail that went into its creation. Which Faust are you talking about? I would very much enjoy a chance to completely disassemble it, even its engines, so that it could be reassembled with my own hands. Yeah, sure. Good work, Faust! Managed to learn various detailed mechanical fundamentals about all the H-Corp technology. Yippee. I mean, she did make the bus after all. Yeah, Faust just stealing stuff from the district's framework. The bus is her invention, possibly her magnum opus. So that's how it works. I think I get it. Didn't think this is how I'd get to learn more about the old H-Corp. I don't think I can do much against the reconstruction dangers right now, but this knowledge will certainly come in handy when the day comes for me to gradually dismantle that iniquitous thing. The day when Hongyan can be a place where people can live without fear. Without the fear of the encroaching reconstruction days, without obsessively counting their rooms to see if they will fall or not, until Hongyan can be a place where you can sleep with the promise of safe tomorrows. I'm sure you'll pull it off. Oh, and I learned a lot during this lesson too, Miss Faust. Regardless of how much of regardless of how much of a composed person Faust is, I keep forgetting that this is actually an effect of her having literally Gesellschaft activated all the time. The real Faust, the Faust that we got to know a little bit in the train intervallo, is a little bit of a goofball, huh? So that's how you would have been like if you actually had black hair. Interesting. The voltage must have been set too high. A repeating experiment with a different combination of fuses and wires. There was supposed to be a lesson somewhere in there, right? Two new combos unlocked. Nice. I had a very precious time learning to converse with my inner self. Blah blah blah. Combo. Yippee. Be passionate of dream on, fix your tails, leveled up to expert. Nice. Okay. GXC trims class resist. Nice. Alright, so this is a fixed class. Let me guess. I cannot do twice of this, but we're gonna do this anyway. Oh, we're gonna do two of these, I mean. There we go. Okay, as I can see here, my war tales, I see. Gregor is actually the grandpa who actually talks about his war days. Feeling all that melancholy, you know. The nostalgia. They have different names too, I see. You get some interesting combo names once you check them all out. And bonuses, of course. I see. The Taxidermy Geniuses, Fixer Association Encyclopedia for Dummies. Most definitely. Wait a minute. No, that's okay. I see that there is actually this this square lighting up. I get the feeling that this is actually the this must be the combo, right? How are you doing? You're doing the same. Unlike some other classes which were more on the upbeat side of things, the room's air felt grim and solemn as soon as everyone saw what Gregor had written on the chalkboard. War. War never changes. Losing a wing war leaves a much larger, longer lasting impact than some medium-sized enterprise closing up shop. It might be too soon to talk about this, but we came pretty darn close to one recently, didn't we? We were this close to a large-scale war breaking out right here, which absolutely would have happened if Miss Xi-chun were here failed to finish her accession. It would have spread like wildfire too. So my class is going to be about what exactly happens when on war. Oh! The piece of chalk slipped from Gregor's fingers as he went to scribe something on the board. His left hand was trembling as though the room's temperature had plummeted only for him. Man, why's it gotta... Excuse me, Miss Jilu, is it okay if I smoke? Go ahead. Who smokes in the class? Actually... Shit. I did went to a fucking... I did went to a school which we had a teacher who actually did smoke in class. What the fuck am I talking about? Why am I asking if I have not seen it with my own eyes? Stress, the PTSD hits hard. Yep. You good? Well, when else am I gonna get a chance to share the realities of war right to a wing chief executive officer's face, huh? The moments that just don't come off your skin, no matter how hard you scrap at them. Hey, take a break if you need it. I'm going to listen to every word you have to say here today, no matter how long it takes. Hey, she's considerate. Man, I like this tsundere. I like her more than usual, you know, than the usual tsunderes, actually. Man, do I appreciate that sentiment. Well, still though, I can't dilly-dally when Miss Xi-chun's got other stuff to deal with, huh? So let's take a look at how things were at the very beginning of the Wing War. Pass every time. The sky had the color of shit. You could literally smell it in the air. Shit was about to hit the fan. And it sure as hell did. Now I know enough about urban and trench warfare to give an explanation of my own. Wow. And that's why the smoke war fronts were mostly characterized by trench warfare. No one wanted to risk fighting in concrete jungles where they could be surrounded by enemies at all times, so everyone tried to draw each other out to an open field battle, which naturally turned into trench warfare. Yep. Of course, every wing has a different singularity, so this isn't really applicable to all cases. It's just that the former G-Corp found flat plains easier to maneuver in. I feel like Dangguanyan would make a pretty good use of Hongyuan as a defensive fortress, especially with its internal construction constantly shifting around, which the Haishu know and use very well. It's easy to forget Gregor still has war trauma. Yep. He doesn't let it show. The fact that he smokes all the time is the only indication. Xi-chun views them as allies now rather than rivals, so here her attitude towards them has changed. Exactly. This should explain why they were hesitating outside Dangguanyan. Remember the thumb fellas? The ones who we met who were going in circles? Not to mention how the Heisho all utilized the topography of Hongyuan differently. Even if an outsider were to get a read on how one of the branches maneuver around Hongyuan, as long as the 12 Heisho packs are standing, Hongyuan is unassailable. Well, despite going into all that, I'm sure we all know what the best answer in all warfare is. Not having a war in the first place. I'll be honest, I can't stop thinking about some of the stories you have been telling us. I can't even imagine what it would have been like to have to not only witness it, but go through all of that. We did visit your fathoms, Gregor, but that wasn't even the tip of the iceberg. The city was devoured in smoke, its citizens in madness. He'd always shrugged off those stories as ramblings of the past, but during the war, he stood at the center of the heartless machine that was the city. Its every gear calibrated to a slaughterhouse precision to maximize the death of its people. There he must have witnessed things far worse than the worst the city presently has to offer. His eyes gazed beyond the veil of the bygone past, shaking recklessly in pursuit of what was no more. Oh boy, sorry fellas, I'm afraid I got carried away lamenting what happened, that I forgot this was supposed to be a class. I'll be sure to prep something more useful next time. No, everything you told me really solidified my resolve. This chaos within Hongyuan needs to come to an end soon, lest something so horrible could happen. I'm heading to my next class. Wait for me! Even after the two students had left, Gregor lingered in that room for a while, lighting up cigarette after cigarette without erasing what he wrote on the chalkboard. Smoke soon filled the room. He left only after almost emptying the entire pack. Wow. God damn. I learned how to be more true to myself. Good. Combo. That and they saved her multiple times. Yeah. Jiaxichun Jingguang bolus passive improved. Nah, yippee. Wait a minute. I guess this could work. Surviving Hongyuan. -6, -6, -6. That is a total of 20. No, 18. Excuse me. It wasn't a 7. It was a 6. 18. So we're still technically good. We can actually go ahead and do Don Quixote next round. How about you? You cool? You cool. Let's go. Oh, hey! Man, I thought we'll never see her soon enough. Damn. We did saw her now. Oh yeah, we're in the positive. How our class is going, Chichun? I'm not you, big bro. I pay attention in class. Hello, Janet. I like what they do to Gregor this interval. He's trying to cover up his bagness by pretending to not it's not that bad, enhancing him still, but LCB reminds his strength is not being harmless. It's being resistant. He's a survivor and his experience is his sword. Yeah. Oh, hello, Miss Dayu. Fuhu, she was really insisted on helping me out, even though I refused because she looked preoccupied. The moment I found out about the contents of his lesson plan, I simply could not allow him to do this alone. Looks like it's going to be another serious class. Apologies for the delayed greetings. Dayu of the Lin family formally extends her greetings to the venerable hierarch. Been a while since I heard that greeting around here. Wait, what about Big Sis Bao Chai? Are you sure it's okay for a Shu family bodyguard to be here? I'm no longer employed as Meek Bao Chai's guard. Wait, don't tell me we got you fucked. Well, the Hong Lo probably got her We got her fired. Everything I did that day, including accompanying you, was under Miss Bao Chai's orders. As for why she no longer needed my services, I don't understand myself. I don't understand myself. She suddenly let me go after the travel was over. No, man, that poor girl. I'm genuinely afraid now. What did that big sis bitch did to her? Quietly shifting through shipwrecks for salvage and making money from it. Good. Salvaging is something that I like to do in games too. Hanglo and his wives. Yup. So, what's there for you to teach me, big bro? Your last lesson plan about not making things awkward got vetoed by Zilu, so... You could have taught me a thing or two if we were still kids, but come on. You spend most of your time stuck in fuck me with his Chinese. Yihongyuan before leaving Hongyuan. I don't know what you could possibly have to teach me. Don't you worry, Xichun. This is the one thing I think I'm pretty good at. My lesson for Xichun and Sinclair is... in clear, neat handwriting, Hongla wrote, surviving Hongyuan on the chalkboard. Oh well, I don't think I need any help in that department from you. Look, I know you've had your share of assassination attempts, big bro, but Jiamu, I mean the previous hierarch and the elders' favor sheltered you from the worst of it. She's not wrong, but when we had to fight our way through a bunch of sweepers, weren't you also one of the handful who got assassinated? All that? I was wandering the hallways because I felt like something was off about my room. Until Dante told us all to go back to our rooms, of course. Wait, that happened? Oh, fuck. Wait, it was my fault? You do have some intuition, I'll give you that. Looks like I'm going to have to prove myself. Tayo, would you mind preparing the thing? You have my utmost faith, but please do practice caution. Sometime later, Ling Dayu appeared with 4 bowls splishing with tea before sprinkling some powder into one of them. Let me guess, he's actually gonna do this bullshit magic trick where he actually puts poison in one and he's actually gonna be drinking the ones that actually don't have the poison. I do remember that there was actually one incident of a man who actually did that in a talent show. Spoiler alert, he actually drank poison. He survived though, he survived, that's why I'm laughing. I wouldn't be laughing if he actually didn't survive. Anyway, sometime later, Ling Dayu appeared with 4 bowls splishing with tea before sprinkling some powder into one of them. What's that? The powdered wolf's bane. I see where this is going. You're going to teach me how to tell which of these bowls contain poison, right? You can stop now. I learned to recognize infamous poisons like wolfsbane when I was 7. If it was something as tame as that, as what you're just suggesting, Venerable Hierarch, I would not have been here to accompany him. Linda Yu continued her process, sprinkling wolfsbane powder into 2 more bowls. Honglo, who was watching that with an oddly contented expression, closed his eyes. Please mix them up, Dayu. Okay, wait, what? We stared in confusion, but we could hardly tell what was going on with the speed at which Ling Dayu swapped around the bowls. When we looked back at Hangla, there were 3 silver spoons in his hand. Those silver spoons were custom made at Dang Guanyan's request. A must-have item for children of the 4 great houses. They can detect non-sulfuric poison as well. Yeah, I know, they're actually, Actually what? It's nothing. Fuhu in Hongyuan, where we are beset by threats of assassination from all directions. Knowledge alone isn't enough to save you. What the heck are you? But Hongla opens his eyes before Jiaxi Chun can finish her sentence. Then he throws the silver spoons in his hands like throwing pins toward 3 of the balls, and immediately chugs the 4th ball which he hadn't thrown a spoon at. Holy crap, are you insane? You barely even checked them for... Xerian's newer tea is always delicious, even when cold. The 3 silver spoons Honglo had cast earlier were slowly melting away after quickly becoming tarnished black. Is wolfsbane poison supposed to melt through metal? People like to be thorough with their poisons in Dangguanyan. Since everyone's been trained for immunity since childhood, you have to make a mixture of various poisons to have a real effect. Wow. Fine, I don't even want to argue. What's your secret? I want to know too. Do they sound different or something? I just went with my hunch. But just a hunch? How are we supposed to learn that? We are not Heathcliff, you know. You'll get to the hang of it after a few tries. I'll help you out. Shall we begin with 2 bowls? Time to drink poison. Oh, wow. I managed to tell the difference between the bowls by reading Hongla and I use subtle tales. Wow. I see. When you say you just avoided whatever felt wrong with the hunch, you were reflexively identifying the threat by reading the room and connecting it to your intuitive experiences. You were using me to use anxious breathing to clue you in. So this is how you managed to survive for so long. Listen carefully, Xichun. I know that the adepts of each Highschool will come to your aid with a flick of your wrist, and I know that your residence, Xanyu, will be engineered by the best craftsmen to become a safe fortress stocked to the brim with all kinds of useful boluses to protect your life. Even still, there will come a day where you start to feel this creeping sensation whose origin you can't identify. And when it does, I hope you won't brush off that sensation as nothing. So, he didn't really brush off the sensation as nothing when he got assassinated in the house back in the sweepers intervallo. He just listened to Dante's orders, and it was Dante who got him killed. Wow. Dante really needs to actually take this lesson himself, actually, if you think about it. You're worrying over nothing. Jiaxichun whipped around away from Huang Lao as if to express dissatisfaction, but her softened expression told me that she was glad to see him worried. Every 6 days you will be subject to midterms, prepared by the board of directors Jia Yuanchun. The paladin has been prepared to take you to the exam sites, and only by passing the tests may Jia Xichun retain her status as the family hierarch. My lady, don't worry yourself over much, Master Wei. You sound like you're at a funeral. She will pass this test with ease as long as she has been diligently taking her classes. No, I simply hope I can survive until she returns. It seemed that Wei's rather funereal voice wasn't just out of his concern for Xichun. Wei, are you sure you're okay? I can't escape them. Even in dreams, the unfinished bundles of paperwork cascading over me like a storm burying me. Steel yourself, for that was no dream at all. In fact, never have I once seen paperwork trained in the arts of airwalking until now. I must be severely sleep deprived. Looks like we're not the only ones going through the ringer. Wow. Jiaxichun gained 1 defense level / resist. Okay, it's looking okay, girly. Little tsundere, we can actually, you know, I'm pretty sure you can manage. I believe in ya. Highly suggest unlocking all combos. I will try. So far, I did fail a little bit with everyone else's combos, but I do know which ones I failed, so I can try different compositions later. Anyway, I guess I have nothing else to select. Brother, well, good luck. That moron. Hey, you're one of the sheep boys. We finally meet. I hope to fight you in the family hierarch war. If you'd run into me, then isn't this supposed to be a sparring match? Why does it sound like you have a personal grudge against me? It's nothing at all. Why in the world would I ever hold a grudge against you? The results of the family hierarch war couldn't be any clearer, and everyone even remotely connected to the mess has all been dragged away and put under investigation. And hey, guess what? They dragged away half of my family, which means more room for me. I should really thank you, right? Honestly, why don't you just declare a war against the Shi family at this point? Wouldn't that be much easier? War's not easy. It never is. What are you on about all of a sudden? It's not something we should be talking so lightly about, even as a joke. Your family was arrested because they are under investigation for treason against Dangwanyan. If they are innocent, I'm sure they will be released soon enough. I know it's pretty much a given that they will all be ruled as guilty, regardless of what really happened. You know I can't even pay them a visit because you are hidden their cells all over Hongyuan. They are not hidden. All holding cells within Hongyuan have always been designed to move around in very short intervals. You know, that does seem like the kind of design that would lead people to make some unfortunate assumptions, though I'm sure the initial purpose was to prevent escapes. I recently gained a better understanding of Hongyuan's structure, so I'm planning to change our policies so that prisoners still on trial are allowed to have fixed locations. Really? Where'd you... I was lucky enough to take a few excellent classes recently. Managed to reflect upon myself a bit too. You did change a little. Still, you better not expect me to go easy on ya. I've got my own things to take care of. Good, come on, let's do this. Many illustrious fixers of the past have said that naught but disparagement awaits in unjust victories. She learned! She learned! She learned, and it has only been 6 days. She learned. Alright, come on, Tsundere. You can do it. I believe in ya. It's favored. Okay, we're cool. Fuck! Fuck! Alright. Aye. It's still favored. I think she can manage. Come on. Alright. Woo! Yes! Yes! Favored. Favored. Okay, we cool. Fuck. Oh, come on! Bruh. Okay, thank goodness. Okay, technically speaking, they're still evenly matched. Hopeless. Struggling. Favored, okay? Oh, motherfucker, this guy has gotten very lucky with his rolls. I wiped the floor with this guy. My situation here doesn't look... Bruh. What in the actual bullshit was I supposed to do? Collider's a bad teacher. Man, shut up. Did you see those fucking rolls? I've never seen someone lose to this guy. Yeah, I never believed I would lose to this guy either. Now we're talking. Your stats affect the skills. It's not just about the skills, it's also about the fucking coins still. It's a matter of luck regardless. When his SP was actually up in the, you know, in the 20s, he really became strong. Now, look how this match is going, for example. Yeah, he can class high sometimes. It's those first few turns that matter. Yep. Look, now that he's in the negatives where we have the upper hand, it's a matter of luck regardless. Man, I told you my luck is ass when it comes to stuff like that. Remember the 9%? That was actually the curse of that 9% I was talking about. Charge security counter currents. You just gotta get good. Get good with what? With luck? You cannot rely on luck. Just roll better. How the fuck can you... Whatever. If you can't win a class after the first 2 turns, restart. Yep. Good for you, you won. Now stop giving me that look and get out of here. You lost most of your clan during the family hierarchy war, didn't you? Yeah, so what? Are you calling me a penniless loser? Yeah. You little... But I'm sure that's what I look like to you too. I don't want your sorry. I don't want your sorry. Every clan member who died in the evaluation to have died for nothing. If I know weakness, that means I'm making everyone who participated in the evaluation look weak. So I'm going to win, and I'm going to win without the fertile soil my predecessors have left behind, because their legacy was unjustly nourished by the blood and tears of Hong Yuan itself. Shi Huanzhen, you are tenacious, determined, and strong of will. That must be why everyone stood by you, down to the last man. You knew my name, ma'am? I do. So what do you think? Wanna make them sing your name in glory for the remaining history of Hong Yuan? She's making allies! She's making allies! She's making allies! She's making allies! Okay. Then you. And then... Shit. Wait. What kind of a combo should I do? Is this gonna work? Wait a minute. How can I see the combo if it happens or... No, wait a minute. Okay, this is one of the combos that are unlocked. Okay, let's hope this will work. That was Shi Hua something, by the way. Oh, that was him? Yeah, I think I kinda remember him. I love how the very first time I met him, I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Oh, wow. Heard you managed to come out on top in your first sparring match. Congrats. Thanks, I gotta admit your classes are definitely coming in handy. I like your attitude. Well, shall we take a look at what I prepared for today? You're teaching me about exploring, huh? It's going to be an indoors class? Yep, exploring. Where should I begin? It's a very big subject. Free soloing to the top of the highest building in Hong Yuan, surviving 10 days in Hong Yuan backstage with only 3 items. I had plenty of ideas, but most of them got denied. Free soloing to the top of the highest building in Hong Yuan. What, you were gonna make like a tower scaling game, like she actually has to go floor by floor all the way to the top by defeating enemies. And rightly so. And that's when I realized that exploring isn't always limited to adventures in the physical space. We can play role-playing games. And you can explore an imaginary world a few weeks ago. So I'm just here to fill in, since this game needs a certain number of players, but... Wait, what? I was joking! What? No! Really? Can you really call this tabletop game an adventure? Man! Man, fuck this. You know what? I need a glass of water. I can't with this shit. The sinners have grown on me so much that I literally know what they're fucking thinking. Like, at this point, I can't. I cannot. Dungeon and these nuts. Yep. In this story bit, we learn Yi-sang is a nerd. Breaking news. Fork found in kitchen. Actually, that was probably already apparent. I mean, was it? I didn't really had in mind that she was actually gonna make an adventure tabletop game, a lesson. That's why I was joking. I wouldn't have said it as a joke if... Whatever. Yet in games of make-believe, any simulacra can be made as real as... What a move. Oh, nice. I'm gonna roll for damage. Youngest man, thou hast absolutely pummeled the Gorgon beast with thy fireball spell, rendering it most crispy. Actually, shouldn't it be these nuts and dragons for D&D? It could be. I mean, Yi-sang being a nerd. Oh, sorry. It was a formidable fall that was wonderfully executed, Mr. Smile. Man, I cannot believe the nerds of this fucking bus are actually playing with a tabletop. Actually, that, not gonna lie, if I was a student, that would have been my favorite class. That is something that was gonna be 100% sure, but 100%. But yeah, Limbus Company. Yep. Huh? Really? Well then, as my next move, and that's how you came up with this. I've played a few other games, but this is new for me too. I'm still pretty new in general, I guess. Who's gonna be Dungeon Master, boys? This is called Django Journeys. Or J&J. Oh, fuck off. J&J. It's a popular game amongst Hongyoan's youths. It's gotten generally positive reviews too. What Ismail was proudly presented before everyone appeared to be a board game with numerous cards and minifigures. Okay. What do these huge piles of papers have to do with exploration? Rule number 1. The most experienced player amongst those gathered becomes the JM. The DM. Fuck off. Oh, fuck off. Zangians and dragons. Man. Zangion Master. I can't. Man, I can't. I was joking. Oh. You fucking nerds. Hey, if we're playing, can I be a color fixer? What kind of classes do you think there will be? Actually, wait. I think Janet had told me that there was actually like some sort of like tabletop version of Dungeon tabletop. There was actually a version of Dungeons and Dragons of the city of Limbus Company. Kimchi, who knows his audience? There is. Excellent. Great. Amazing even. Props to Kim Ji-hoon for insanely accurately portraying how does one's first session in D&D as DM look like. Awkward, cringy, yet fun. I cannot imagine myself becoming a DM, not gonna lie. Not that I wouldn't like it, but because I really want to deliver a really good experience, and that is not something easy to do if you don't have the experience, obviously. The JM. Yeah, Journey Master. Then Journey Master designs the story around the players' choices, sets the stage for what happens next, and generally helps guide the explorers to safely arrive at their goals. That's why the most experienced player takes that role. Man, let me tell you something. D&D is really fun, but you really have to rely a lot with the people you play, okay? If the people you play, they just want to fuck around, it's fine, but at the same time, you cannot really play very well. Like, you cannot enjoy the game itself. I do have I do have my friends and we play from time to time. But the thing is, you see, some of them are really intrigued with story and others are not, and this is what is making it a little bit difficult. Like, it becomes a little bit difficult mostly when someone actually is trying to break the story the DM actually has created because they want to deviate in order to see other possibilities, which in some cases it's actually really fun, but in other cases it actually becomes a little bit irritating after some point. Now, there is, though, as I said, one occasion where it can be really fun. One of the sessions which my friends had, I was not actually a part of the group back then. There was like this goal where they had to go into this underwater city, like an Atlantis, and actually find some sort of like artifact or a crystal, and fight some sort of like old god or whatever. And and before they go to the city, like, you see, the city, it wasn't really underwater. It was more like under how would you call it? I'm not sure what it was. It was like under it was like a toxic sea in a sense, if you get me. And the DM, he had written pages and pages of story for the session, right? And one of the players, who was actually a wizard, they took a boat along with everyone else and got into the middle of this like toxic sea, and they were like, okay, you know what? I can just purify the water into... I can just purify the toxin into water. And they purified, like, no. They didn't purify it with a spell. They purified it with a wish. There is this special spell, which is wish in the game, where you can actually, make a wish and you get like a horrible debuff, or perhaps, if you're lucky, not that much of a horrible debuff. And they made wish. They made it into water. And literally, the fucking city exploded because of the pressure that changed. Because they shifted from toxic sea to actual water sea, And the DM, like, and they tell me, like, the kid who was playing DM, he just closes the book and he's like, okay, that's the session for today. Congrats, you leveled up. Because they defeated the god on top of that, who was in the city as well. But they did commit a war crime, not gonna lie. So yeah, it can be really fun. Again, with the people that you play and the intentions that they have. Anyway. Forgetting physics, a classic. Yep. And that's the thing. In D&D, force damage is the most powerful type of damage, because not even gods can really block force damage. There are not many ways to actually block force damage. And changing the pressure into from a liquid is force damage. So that god didn't even realize how he was dead. Which would be me. Nah, I hope you're a good narrator. Wisdom, strength, dexterity. Each character seems to have this thing called stats. Looks like we just have to pick from a set of pre-made characters for this one. Man, my friend took my Utis model and put ZZZ Nangong next to it. For real? So I'm supposed to be playing this character's role. Sinclair, GXE Tune picked up their cards with confusion clear in their eyes. You arrive at the great city of Yanyun, Smoke Cloud, a place known to be the gathering hub for all kinds of influential people. I cannot believe we're playing J&J in Limbus Company. You traveled here in search of a legendary treasure called Yeah, the Tanyan sword. The sword of Farland, okay? The city of Yanyun. Cool. So why are we looking for that sword again? It's because, so there is this legend in Yanyun about how the sword of, right, the Tanyan sword is the only way to quell the chaos of these lands and bring peace to its people. And also about how having that sword is the proof of the true leader of these lands, and so on and so forth, you know. You're not supposed to tell them that, Ismail. If she doesn't remember, if you have told them once already, they're not allowed to ask for that. Unless, and that is only by your approval as a JM, you allow them to roll for history, and if they score high, you can actually have it as them, you know, you can have it as them remembering deep in their memories, I guess. Ismail's OCD kicking in. Yep. Ismail was stuttering and stammering through the introduction without her usual confidence. Well, obviously. I see. The city called Yanyun must be in a lot of trouble too. Seemingly affected by the oddly familiar setting of the story, Jiak Shichun nodded solemnly without noticing Ismail stumbling through the introduction. Well, you know how it is? The point is, you guys need to go find that sword. Well, I will claim the Tanyan sword no matter what it costs me. Man, an entire day where you get to actually play a session of D&D. Now that is a dream come true for me. Jiak Shichun nods with determination. Oh hey, they have a tower in the shape of a box. Interesting. I had a so time with today's adventure. So. Oh shit, that means you're not actually having much fun, huh? From the rumors you have gathered, it seems that the ki11 keep might have heard of the whereabouts of that sword. What will you do? I walk up to the ki11 keep and chat him up and try to gain his trust. Are you sure? Remember, your wisdom is extremely low right now, which means that you will find it hard to form even the simplest sentences. You shouldn't tell him that. You should not tell him that. You should tell him, hey, you can certainly try. The DM screen. Yep. What if I found a different way to gain the ki11 keep's trust, and that doesn't involve sweet-talking him? I do have a pretty high strength stat, which would give me access to certain alternative methods of persuasion that doesn't require skill in speechcraft. You wanna intimidate him? Man, Sinclair is my kind of guy. Oh, hey, Carmen, welcome to stream. Please do not distort us. Now, Sinclair is my type of guy. Always play with barbarian, with high strength, and always intimidate others. Now that he is the protagonist. God damn. He is the protagonist. Now I believe it. He's definitely playing barbarian. Hold on. I'll try to convince the ki11 keep. I think I've got a decent chance at this. My wisdom is pretty high. You passed the check. The ki11 keep looks at you, having lowered his guard. Oh, not you, Sinclair. He's still pretty wary of you. Okay then, I guess I'll just stand in the corner over there, unsheathe my sword and play around with it for a bit. That's what he expects me to do anyway, isn't it? You're just role-playing Heathcliff now, aren't you? He does have Heathcliff as his role model, though. That's true. The ki11 keep shares some information about the sword he heard. He explains that the party should seek northeast towards Yinshi Mountain. Cloud Rise, okay. But what is this? Tears begin to well in the ki11 keep's eyes as he continues to explain. Apparently a patrolling guard beat his son pretty badly, just for loitering around the guard. The wound is pretty severe, so he needs medicine, but he can't seem to find any. Oh no. That's too bad, but we've got a job to do. Since we have what we came here for, we leave the ki11. Well, then they say that GMs aren't supposed to interfere with the players' choices, but let's be honest, I would have made that same choice. You can't stop and help out for every little side quest when there is a whole lot of adventure to go through. Wow, you people are actually neutral evil, huh? No, we're not leaving. I'm going to get him that medicine. What? After a few turns of various trials and tribulations for Sinclair, The kitchen keeps on, who fortunately was able to recover, hears your story and hesitantly shares what he knows. You realize that he's talking about the fairy Yao Guai, guardian of the Tanyan sword. He explains that the fairy young guy's power grows under bright moonlight. Hold on, isn't it full moon right now? Then we should wait until the sky's overcast. Hearing that, the innkeep's son takes a quick look at the clouds, then tells you that it might be raining in about a week. Glad we helped him out. Okay, let's make sure we're prepared before we go. Oh my god, they actually have a proper screen for it. Wait, who are we playing as? You are playing as this knight? And he's playing as the blue one, I suppose. You're actually dosing the D20s. Good luck. You're gonna have to roll 15 or higher to hit. I know, I'm focused. Well, I rolled a 16. You really? Do you have modifiers for that? Unseal me. Unseal my layers. Hello, Relic. Welcome to the stream. With a final singular strike from Jiaxi Chun, the fairy Yao Guai finally falls to the ground, defeated. Yes, the Tanyan sword is ours! Excited, the party runs up the sword embedded deep into the earth and grabs it enthusiastically upon the hilt. Who grabbed it, actually? Excited, the party runs up. Okay, so I would assume that it's actually Sinclair. Sinclair, roll dice. If you roll low, well, you can have another character sheet. Because the sword is actually cursed and your character got obliterated. Ladder, the relic is here. Indeed. Wait a minute, which relic are we talking about? With this, we can. However, the defeated fairy Yao Guai, whom the party assumed was dead, suddenly jumps to its feet and lunges at Jiaxi Chun, who just pulled the sword from the ground. Oh no! I'll quickly get between Chi Chun and the monster. But if that crits, it's going to be pretty deadly, even for you. Let's see if you can make the evasion save. One, and another one. Nope. That's a critical fail. Fuck, it's okay. Sinclair falls to the ground, bleeding profusely from a gaping wound. The Yao Guai lies still as well, and final vestiges of its strength completely spent. Sinclair, why does he have blood on him? Go on without me. Take that sword and go down to the village. Become the leader they need. That sword as your proof. Wow. No, this sword wouldn't mean anything without my adventuring buddy. I'm going to bandage Sinclair up and carry him back. I won't leave him behind and descend the mountain. I won't leave him behind and descend the mountain on my own. Wait, if that's your choice, then yeah, the bleeding stops as soon as you wrap him up. He's just that sturdy, you know. That side would have killed pretty much anyone, but you know how healthy he is. He most definitely plays Barbarian. There is no way he actually tanked that fucking hit. On your feet, Sinclair. We're getting out of here together. Grab onto my shoulder. That's it. Step by step. Hey, Xichun, look over there. Everyone we helped and saved on our journeys come out to welcome us home. Right. If it weren't for you, Sinclair, I never would have stopped and talked to every single villager there to hear their troubles. The sword was only a symbol all along. All of our efforts and the experiences we gained in our journey for the sword were what taught me how to be a good leader, not the sword itself. You're right. The real success of this fun adventure was everyone's efforts along the way. Oh, wow. The nefarious 10 burn per turn. Yeah. Yep. Yes, the friends we made along the way. I feel like the game overtook the class at some point along the way. Hamster replies. Okay. Back to tip-top shape. Now we're talking about war. Any combos? Oh shit. No combos still. GX gained 1 offensive level. GX Crimson Phoenix will skill improved. GX gained 1 level. Blah blah blah. Bruh. How did that not unlock any combos? What the shit? Okay, maybe 1, 2, 3. 3? Sinclair low-key building a harem. Oh yeah? Okay, let's go with that. No combo still? Bruh. Man, why have I not unlocked any combos? Shit. Judgment, containment. Judgment? In regards to every activity, involvement of unnecessary emotions and personal judgment is to be wasted. I'm gonna need you to elaborate on that. Then I will share an excerpt from Sinclair's exchange with the manager 32 days ago, beginning quote. 32 days ago? What? Oh, excuse me, Dante. I'm sorry to have asked you this, but most of us are fatally winded, so can you please turn the clock just one more time? End quote. Unnecessarily interjections weighs down your request. Wow, that's pretty bad. Did I really start it out badly? It is a waste of time to involve emotions when delivering unfavorable news. The same message could have been delivered with merely 2 words. We failed. Let us commence field practice. Do not ask me a single question for the next 5 minutes. Ooh. Huh? Well, okay, sure. Seems easy enough. Suddenly Mersault let out a cry as he clutched his chest, then fell to the ground. Are you okay? Mersault, you okay? His eyes snapped open. Task failed. 5 minutes have not passed. Wow, she was not wrong. His face, yeah. Think of what the sinners have in common. They are all goofy. You're cheating. This reminds me of the incident Sinclair had so desperately wished to hide. What? The what? Who wished to what? Despite your belief that no one would ever find out your secret, there was one person who got to the bottom of the incident. Come on, just what did you see? Failed again. Oh, it is a combo. Thank goodness. Took the class. Took the class, no more words. There, we became experts. Nice. Even that, if only he could just rewind for him. True. Rage bait master, yeah. Alright. Gained max XP, Criminal Spring skill improved, slash resist. Okay, we're looking good. Kinda. All of them are actually expert classes now. But I still haven't unlocked much. I have missed something over here. Somehow. Something with Gregor, maybe. Faust has 2. Should I assume that... Wait. 9 to 5. Wow. 9 to 5 being the combo name. Damn. The Jobber duo. I meant think of what do two sinners have in common? Like both Mer and Nis are no nonsense professionals. What can Gregor mix with? Ryoshu actually, but shit. Could it be with Hangla? I believe it could be with Hangla. I failed. Maybe Utis when you unlock her. I mean, it's obviously it's gonna be Utis. I was going for something more difficult here. Gregory Ryoshu, let me guess the combo name. Smoke and War. Yep. Yep. Notice max speed, the Crimson Strike skill improved. Nice, nice. So nice. There we go. There she is. Now we're talking. And actually, I should probably... Yeah, there we go. Intelligence, acquisition, corner your enemy. Nice. There we go. That was the sound of the combo. Attention! Today's lesson will cover intelligence acquisition. In other words, man, you will learn how to gain information from people. Man. Getting drilled by Utis, actually. Now I just realized I should not have phrased it that way. Let me take it back. Having Utis as your drill sergeant is something. That's what I wanted to say. I legit realized a second too late. I'm pretty good at that. You just have to turn them to your side by being generous with my spending. By being generous with my Sorry, I'm still laughing. I can't even not unhear that. Attention, as from the Heavy is Dead video. Yep. Yep. By being generous with my spending, by setting a good example as a superior, they will eventually open up. Foolishness! Huh? That is among the worst strategies I've ever had the displeasure of hearing. Do you not see how wasteful it is to spend the limited military budget, how wasteful it is to spend so much precious time trying to butter them over? The most efficient means of obtaining intelligence is torture. Utis. It isn't really torture. I've talked about this a lot, girl. Well, you know what? I still love you, though. Torture? Aha, I'd say that that's the worst strategy I've ever had. Sorry, hiccup. I've ever had the displeasure of hearing. I'd rather not waste my clan's strength on something so utterly useless like that. Besides, if you end up accidentally killing them... Foolishness, foolishness! Jeez, can you stop? Just stop saying that word. How simplistic and disappointing. Your imagination falls short. If that is all you can think of when you hear the word torture, then in this unit... What? This isn't exactly a military unit. Then this Hong Yuan may indeed be beyond your ability to lead. Well, I'm waiting. Get on with your lesson. The mention of Hong Yuan seemed to put Chi-Chun in a thoughtful mood as she stopped arguing and began focusing on class. The most effective method of torture isn't physical. Things like waterboarding and electrocution are all inferior. Today you will learn the torture of language. With this method you will always find the answer you want. Okay, I take that back. Utis, you know exactly what you're doing, girl. I don't know why I have seen a lot of bullshit in today's stream, so I doubted you for no reason. I'm gonna time myself out for 10 seconds. Okay, I'm good. Use speechcraft to entrap their minds. Slowly constrict around them. Yeah. And let them take brief sighs of relief every time they give you an answer. That, cadets, is what you will be learning today. Your positions, cadets. Man. Did you literally stab that guy in the fucking face? Guy. You know what I mean. Learn some threats and intimidate expressions I could use to frighten the target. God damn. Assault teaches the art of rage baiting. Udis teaches the art of gaslighting. Yep. Oh hey, 2 combos in 1. I still didn't unlock this. 9 to 5. The good drill sergeant and bad drill sergeant routine. Hey, obviously the good drill sergeant is Utis. 20 morale restored. Okay. Wing employees of the month. Hey, that was a really perfect combo over here with all these characters. 20 morale restored, all stats +1. Chains of command. Yeah. I'm still missing out a little bit of all that. Okay, food dummy. Yeah, 2 combos unlocked. Shichun will come out a true politician with those skills. Good cop, bad cop. 3 combos in 1. Yeah, yeah. Full morale, by the way. And her stats are kinda decent. Okay, let's do this and then I'm gonna call it a day because I have already spent 2 hours in this stream. So I hear you've defeated Shi Huanzhen. You would do best not to let that get to your head. He's always been our family's greatest shame. Hey, watch yourself. Haven't you learned not to underestimate the family underdogs? What? You don't know? You see, I managed to talk Shi Huanzhen into, you know. What? No, it can't be. He cannot have spilled the beans on my parents. My men are already on their way. But how did you know it was block 32? I barely managed... Bruh, I barely managed to get them a hiding spot there. Oh, it is W. Yep. Oh, so it's block 2 and oh, so it's block 32. Did you just... I did. That was way easier than it was during class. I've heard stories about how you've changed. I didn't know you had changed into such a heartless woman. Say something, damn it. Don't you just stand there completely expressionless and... Is he doing the Mersault technique now? I see. You won't be shaken by silly little things like this, is that it? That may befit the seat of the hierarch. However, a leader who responds with silence to their inferiors, a leader who considers them only disposable tools, is bound to rot. I, Xi Jing, refuse to let someone so unqualified such as yourself retain power. Wow. Folded under zero pressure. The guy literally was actually going to screw himself regardless. Dominating! Damn! We're gonna go very well. Oh hey, we actually heard one voice line for today. Unopposed, I see. Damn, I forgot he has counters. Unopposed and dominating. Good.
망설이지 않고 한 번.
Oh hey, what was that picture? Damn, he has unbreakables. Oh hey, that was more soul right there. Nice. Yeah. Just blast him. Victory! That was way easier than the previous battle. The previous battle was a little rough. Damn it, I was so close. You were not close at all, brother. Not even fucking close. Did you ever really take the time to think about what might happen if Big Sister Yuan Chun actually gained control of Hongyuan? Sure, it's gonna be all buddy at first. She's going to acknowledge the authority of the board of directors, butter you up, and compensate you for your efforts. But soon you're going to see people from other nests coming in here and taking up administrative positions under the guise of advisors. And it's the small families and clans that are going to suffer first. And when that time comes, I bet you'll be saying the same thing then. I was so close. It's going to be a while before other members of your family are let go. You know this already. They committed treason, thinking they were piggybacking off Big Sister Yuan Chun's forces, when in reality she had already discarded them even before it began. She's made sure that nothing about this treason's going to stick to her. Mother, father. Now let's think about this. Now let's think about this carefully. About Jia Yuan Chun's vision of Dangyuan. Will it be more H Corp or Q Corp? I see the point you're making, but you've not given us any reason to trust you either. What guarantee do I have that you won't just toss us aside when we're no longer useful? So about that hiding place where you put your parents you just accidentally let slip? I'd known their whereabouts for a while, actually. My Heishu had identified their location long ago, but I didn't do anything because there wasn't any evidence that pointed to your parents' involvement. Is that true? That's how low is your opinion of the hierarchy. Big Sister Yuan Chun made a big show of her own influence at the assembly, but I still have a tight control over the Heishu of the family hierarchy. But I thought you were arresting every member of the Shi family without even questioning them. That was it. What was it again? That leaders must take good care of those who are in the same boat as them? Why would any hierarchy go around arresting innocent people of H Corp, left and right, unnecessarily making more enemies for themselves? I sure don't plan on doing that. Yes! Another person probably going to vote for us. Oh no. Oh, it's her. Well, unfortunately, you know what? Taking care of children. That's her. Whatever. There. Actually, who else is she gonna be mixed up with? I still cannot know what this is, or all of these for starters. Children. You know what? Interestingly enough, Utis is actually a really good one. Gregor Faust, maybe? I forgot. I don't know, but I think I want to actually keep up with the G and Young stats, so let's go with that for that. Technically, I would have stopped the stream here, but I'm really curious about Ryoshu specifically, so let's do this and then we're gonna call it the day. I believe her other combo is not available yet. Okay. Bleh. Heh. Teaching kids to deal with kids. Huh. She says. Excuse me? Are you for... Wait a minute. Teaching kids to deal with kids. Heh. Looks like your manager's not the only one who needs a translator. excuse me, I wasn't reading that. I would have liked to teach a particularly bloody art class, but that black hair discarded my lesson plan. Yeah, no, I don't think your lesson plan would have flown even if Zulu wasn't there, artless or otherwise. In today's class, I'll sink if you are a UA. Man, I cannot. What? But I'll scan if you are UC. What? I'll snap your net completely if you're an unruly adult. That's right. And I was wondering where I have heard this before. But I'll soothe, coax, and nurture if you're an unruly child. Ah. Interesting. Interesting. Snap your neck clean. Motherfucker. Did you guys rehearse this or something? Am I getting pranked right now? No, not at all. Just listen carefully, evaluate the context, and there you have it. What context? What context was I supposed to evaluate? Let the art do the talking. MTL kids. Ah, yeah, there's much to learn. Class is about to begin. Much to learn, kids. I see. Bring the class material attendant. Oh, hey, look who it is. Yes. Upon the venerable family hierarch's orders, I have brought a child from the Wang family. Wait, they let that little child actually come? Why is Xiren? No, wait, what? You brought a who from a what family upon whose orders? Too many travel restrictions here, so I bore the rich kid's attendant. You've been bringing her along to get you to places, huh? No, I mean, just what do you mean you brought that kid on my orders? We also snuffed out her cigarette, opened the window to clear out the smoke, dusted off her clothing a few times, and only then brought the child to the elevated platform in front of the class. When people told me that she's good with children, I did not expect it that way. Mother Spider E. Actually snuffed out the cigarette, opened the window in order to clear the air, and only then brought the toddler in. Actually, mother material right there. The kid's kinda trembling and anxious looking. I extend my greetings to the venerable hierarch. That kid's scared out of his mind. Memories of childhood are important. They are the experiences that shape your future. I am intrigued for Canto 9. Observe and learn. What's up with your acting serious all of a sudden? Though I do agree that childhood memories are important. My memories with Big Brother Bao Yu are what, anyways, moving on. You heard nothing. The point is, I think becoming approachable to kids here might help prevent a lot of potential future conflicts. But you've got your work cut out for you, children of Dangguanyan. But you've got your work cut out for you. Children of Dangguanyan are extremely wary of anyone who's not their immediate family. Even worse, you pretty much tricked that child here using my name. He must be terrified, and I imagine his parents must have given him a whole lot of warnings too. I'll give you a demonstration. Behold. Yo, what the fuck? Hey, she still has that cigarette on her mouth. That shouldn't be there. In order to be lore accurate. She really knows how to entertain a child, huh? Laughing and playing with children brought back fond memories of my own childhood. Wow. Just wow. Wow. He's really taken a liking to her. I guess rightfully so. 3 arm sets plus legs. Yep, she sure is a spider. Yeah, he wouldn't stop crying when we tried to get him to calm down. Besides, how is she even doing that with her hands? Not even masters of martial arts move like that. Well, she's Japanese, so... you know, she can become the storm that is approaching any time. Ryosho was practically giving him no time for any other distractions, or even a moment to cry. She was taking care of that kid almost effortlessly. Man, imagine how tired she will be by the end of the day. She was employing all kinds of tactics, including but not limited to ventriloquism, kongju, a traditional Hongyeon toy, fun tricks, sugared fruits, and eventually... don't pull too hard. The child ended up piggybacking on Ryosho, the fear he showed earlier gone without a trace. Never would have imagined Ryosho would be good at this. Neat. Bruh, she's literally actually keeping you by her side all the time. What do you mean you could have never imagined? And with the exact same expression as her usual one, Ryosho was gently caressing the child. Well, to be more exact, she was giving him a gentle pat. But I think I get it. Showering kids with tasty stuff and gifts isn't the best way to go about it. What's important is helping them understand just what kind of person I am. Oh man, I'm getting sleepy. Yeah, the kid's really on edge for his age. I'll start to make some progress, but whenever he suspected that I was lying or something, he'd immediately go back to being on guard. Then don't fucking lie. That's also because he's a Dangwanyan kid. Kids don't survive this place for long if they're not quick on their uptake. Venerable Hierarch, may I ask you something? Well, asking's free, but I gotta tell you, it's going to depend on what you're about to ask, whether I can help you or not. Huh? Wrong move, rookie Hierarch. Why say all that when... Man, she got defensive like a mother real fucking quick. You don't get the immaculacy of succinct abbreviations. Ryosho grabbed the child's shoulders, brought him before Jia Xichun, then, in her usual curtness, spoke precisely 2 words to the confused child, and that seemed to do the trick. Speak, kid. It's, my big sis said that when the family hierarch's war's over, I can finally play taunts with friends. But their friends told them to stay inside because it's too dangerous outside. My cousin says you're the biggest and the baddest of Hongyeon, Venerable Hierarch. So I wanted to ask if you can make Dangwanyan safe. I wanna play with my friends. Gotcha. I'll review your suggestion positively. He says he will totally make that happen. Sometime later, after Xiren guided the child out of the classroom, I found Jia Xichun whispering something to herself. You've got a lot on your plate, huh? Dealing with restructuring days is just one of them. I was going to try to improve the safety of this place anyway, whether he asked me to or not. Safe enough for a kid like that to run around the market all on his own. A place where he doesn't have to be afraid to go outside. Sinclair might be interested now that he knows Yoshi's a mother. What the heck? Judging by the Project Moon timeline, Zhongshan Zulu would be about 30-something. I see. Roshu showcasing her mommy powers. The Xichun would be about 24, so... Really? 24? She seems like she's 19. Children do need sometimes to be told firmly that they are on certain stable ground. Master. Nice. We learned a lot about war. With only a few words, I managed to convince the target to spill all the beans. Passive improved. How to prepare for war passive. Okay, good. Nice. Well, I think that's about it for today. 2.5 hours of stream time and decent progress. Now this is really good. Save your class progress and return to main menu. Sure. New combo. Yeah, true. Well, few memes. I guess if you do have. Man, I'm not gonna lie, this intervalo is something, alright.
내일도 좋은 컨디션으로 임하시려면 일찍 자두는 것이 좋습니다.
Let me see here. Do you have sent anything anyway? I only sent one. That's okay. 2 or 3. Okay. It's a video I hope you didn't see. It depends. Maybe. Maybe I did show it. Maybe I didn't. Yeah. The meme I sent now, that is I stumbled upon this very morning and I'm like, yeah, this is how I felt yesterday, alright. And this right here is accurate. He's not just a man. He's not just a Superman. He's the manager of the Lord. What the heck? I have seen this before. There's no limit to the glaze. I think they have sent that before. Who killed Hangla? Oh, I haven't seen that. Give me a sec. Truly a lobotomy to my brain. The idea and ego kits were revealed today. Sorry, I had an ad playing. Okay.
It is good day to be not dead. You are dead. I'm dead.
The heavy is dead.
Yes, I am dead.
Why is the heavy dead?
I don't know. I think it was. You are dead. Okay.
What's up, you wankers? Who's up for it? There. What the bloody hell just happened? The heavy is dead. The heavy is dead. Correct. Oh, did you see the murderer?
No. Sorry, mate.
I will find him. I will capture him. And no one will ever die again. Ah, that's nice. Proud. Attention! The heavy is dead. We know who killed him. We don't know. I will find clues. What's that? A weapon? That thing is why that heavy is dead. The heavy is dead? Yes. He died.
God damn. Not what I thought.
Oh, no! In my medical opinions, that heavy is dead! Doc, what happened? My professional opinion? The heavy was killed!
Oh, God.
Listen,
Stop it. I don't think it's anything to worry about. Well, now what?
Oh, come on.
Look at this! The freaking heavy's dead! What do you think of that?
Yes, Scout. Yeah. Go home.
Ah, come on! Freaking unbelievable. Oh, seriously.
Okay, let's get back to the point.
I think Heavy is dead.
The heavy is dead?
Oh, seriously? Who killed Heavy?
What is Honglo asking?
Oh, yes.
I did it like this.
That's the joke, lads. It was
him.
How did
You know, I didn't.
that was a joke?
Okay.
That's right. It was me.
You monster.
But why?
Because you're fat, boy. And another thing, you're ugly.
Engineer, stop! Engineer, you are so big! He's not funny. Come on. Engineer!
Oh, damn it, Heavy. Fuck off.
You are dead.
Now you you are dead. No big surprise.
Well, that was idiotic. Off to hang myself. Off and left.
You know what the?
I am alive. He's nice. Yes, this is stupid.
Well, it was taken for, well, it was taken actually from, you know, from an actual Heavy is Dead video over here. But it was nice. Chaotic. A blast from the past when these videos actually were very, very famous. Patch Tuesday tomorrow. Gonna satch or gonna sack. The new Ismail ID can stroke it turbo style. She has rocket arms. What the fuck? What? She can claim bones too. I love this edit. It was fun. It was really fun. Good night, Collider. See ya. See ya, everyone. Tomorrow I don't think I wanna continue the intervallo just yet. It seems like I'm close to ending it, and tomorrow I'm gonna have more time than usual. I believe that I should probably, use the more time that I have for a game that I really need to catch up as much as possible on, perhaps ZZZ. So tomorrow it's not gonna be a Limbo stream, but the day after tomorrow it's gonna be a Limbo stream, with the only downside being that I have actually the evening shift the day after tomorrow, meaning that the stream will actually start late at 12 a.m. You're not close to the end in the slightest. Are you sure? It feels like I have played halfway through it. I'm waiting for an answer, yes. 8 of the 30 days. Well, technically speaking, the first 8 days had a lot of story going on. I would assume that more of the rest of the days are actually gonna be a little bit straightforward if I am to just, keep selecting classes, no? Or there are more actually. There are many more stories to come. There's much more story to come, I mean. As you search, I'm just gonna go on the be right back screen in order to make it clear that we're close to the end. 2 seconds. Take your time, I'm still here. Surely there isn't much more lore. You sure? Why do you say it like that? What's happening? Nothing really. I'm just waiting on Labbers to, I don't know, find something, I guess. The dungeon is node 4. Okay, and how many nodes do I have? The final node of the interval is node 14. I see. Okay then. Well, unfortunately, I still cannot really put in the forefront the intervallo. So I'm gonna have to focus on ZZZ tomorrow, unfortunately. With 6 battle nodes. Of course it's gonna be that long. Well, okay, look. I'm gonna go ahead and actually, I prefer to actually take the intervallo, bit by bit, okay? Like, if I am to make a small stream, I'm gonna play Limbus. If I am to play a big stream, I'm gonna not play Limbus. I'm gonna focus on ZZZ. So the plan is as I said. Tomorrow ZZZ, the day after tomorrow Limbus, and so on and so forth. I'll let you know after that. Okay? Well, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye. Later. Stay safe. Bye bye.